Hi, it's Lauren. Welcome back to my craft room. I'm happy to have you today. I am sharing some Lawn Fawn birthday cards that I've made for April using the March sheetload of cards from Call Me Crafty Owl. I will link her video down below so you can learn more about Show Us Your Sheetload. I am using some old retired paper, of course, using these birthday cards as a chance to use up some paper. I'm also using the brand new Plant-A-Succulent die set from Lawn Fawn, as well as the year 10 stamp set for my sentiment. I've pulled out a lot of different cardstocks that match my paper, my pattern paper, which is a really adorable succulent themed pattern paper retired from Stampin' Up. But again, I'm using these birthday cards to really build up my stash for cards that I sell or give out to fellow Lawn Fawn addicts as well as family members. So I like to use my retired paper for these videos because I'm trying to use up what I have and create some fun monthly birthday cards. So I've die cut out a pot as well as the cactus and flowers from the Plant-A-Succulent die set. And I'm just going to add a little bit of distress ink to help give my plant a little bit of dimension and not be so flat looking. So I grabbed my distress inks. I've been slowly collecting the distress inks in the minis because I have the oxides in the really big stamp pad and I'm running out of space, so I've been collecting them as minis. And I used black soot on the gray pot. I put it onto my Make Art station first so that way I could tone down that gray, or tone down the black so it looked gray on my little squinty face pot. And then I brought out Mowed Lawn for my succulents. And this time I went straight from the ink pad to the die cut because I wasn't really worried about it being a harsh dark color. I wanted that blend on that cardstock between the color of the cardstock and then blending into that shadow in my cactus. I also die cut 3 of the little pink flowers, kind of more coral color, and I'm just going to use 2 of those from the die cut. I am bringing out some sparkle silk. This is just like a clear sparkly liquid that I use to add shine to my cards. So I just wanted it on my cactus. So I brought out the pieces and sprinkled a little bit of that sparkle silk. Now, I die cut other pieces from the die cut set, and I'm not really sure if this is how they're supposed to be used. Lawn Fawn didn't do an intro for this die set yet, so I'm just doing my best here, guessing what I think each piece is supposed to do from the die set. I die cut the back pot out of black, so that way my squinty face would have a black eyes and mouth from the cardstock behind the die cut of the squinty face on the pot. And then I am gluing the cactus inside of that little oval part there of the pot. Now it does die cut a piece that I could have die cut out of brown to create dirt, but these 2 cactus pieces are large enough that it wasn't necessary. So they hide that little hole very well. So it looks like it's sitting inside of the pot. I added glue to the very bottom of the cactus pieces, and then I added glue to the back side of the pot, just that little thin piece, so that way there is some stability for those pieces. Using a little bit of glue, I'm adding the 2 flowers to the top of my little cactus pieces, and that will wrap up most of my cactus. I did have this other extra die cut that I cut out of the same color as my pot, and I'm just sandwiching in my cactus parts to make sure that they won't fall off or move because there is only a little bit of glue to the back of those pieces. So hopefully this is right. We'll see when Lawn Fawn does their next inspiration week, and hopefully I will have a better idea of how to put these cactus and other succulents together. I did die cut some cheeks, as you saw real quick, but I didn't like the way they sat on the pot, so I'm not using them. Now it's time to assemble. I have cut my scrapbook, or not my scrapbook, I've cut my pattern paper to follow the Show Us Your Sheetload template. Again, that link will be down below. I'm not going to share it here, but you can check out Crafty Owl's channel. I love her inspiration and these different types of layouts to help me create some bulk cards to really increase my birthday card stash. So I've cut all of the pieces the same for all the cards that I'm making. I have those kind of purple lines, like polka dotted lines, die cut as the 2 edge pieces. And then I die cut the succulent pattern paper to be the bottom rectangle, and then this like abstract paint splattery looking paper to be the top part. And I'm just gluing everything together based off of the show us your sheet load instruction. So here is the card background. I really like these three papers together, and I think they blend really well yet still look very different. And I've got my On Point stamp set from the year 10 Lawn Fawn stamp set, and I've die cut a wavy banner, and I'm just stamping the On Point to the right side of the banner. I'm going to use some thin foam squares to pop this up, and this is going to hide the line in between those two pieces of pattern paper, so you can't really tell that I mean, you know it's two pieces glued and butted together, but this way you can't see where they meet. And my little cactus is going to go right to the left of that. Now, normally I take Crafty Owl sketches and kind of tweak them to make them my own. This month, I just followed it almost to the T. I really liked the layout when I was kind of playing around and figuring out what I wanted to do for my version of the cards. So I just have a wavy banner and some extra sentiments you'll see in a minute here. But for the most part, I followed the sketch pretty exactly this month. So I went ahead and adhered down my cactus. I used the same thin foam squares where the pot of the cactus overlaps with the banner, and then I added thicker foam squares behind the pieces that would attach to the background. So that way there was some stability and it was flush with the rest of the cactus being adhered over the banner. Next, I'm stamping Hope Your and Birthday Is. Those are two separate stamps in the stamp set on some white cardstock. I stamped everything in my VersaFine Onyx black ink, which is my go-to ink when I'm not using my Misty. I use my paper trimmer to trim like rectangles right around my sentiments, nothing fancy here. And then I'm using those same thin foam squares and I will attach them down. So first I will do Birthday Is because I'm going to go right above my On Point banner, and then I will place the Hope Your. So now we have the sentiment, Hope Your Birthday Is on point, with the little cactus and those little squinty eyes. I think it's really cute. Now I went through my stash and I couldn't find any sequins or gems that I really thought matched the colors of this card. So I grabbed one of my pops of color. The cherry pie almost matches the coral. It's a little redder than I would like, but I thought it went well and brought some more of that red pink coral look to the card. So here is a final look. It's a pretty quick and easy card, lots of die cutting, but not a lot of stamping and coloring, which was kind of nice this month. Here is a close-up of the card. I think it turned out really cute, and I'm excited to see what other people do with this sketch. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll click like, and if you're new here, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. As always, you can find everything I use down below in the description box. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye!